Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful bubu dress. So let's get started. So I'll be working with this lace fabric. It is a 5 yards, but 4 yards should be enough for you if you're not on the big side. Okay, so you can see that my lace has a scallop. Can you see? And also at the hem parts of the fabric. Now, one thing you have to consider is the length of the fabric or lace that you'll be buying. Most laces you see in the market comes in 56 inches or thereabout. That's the length is always 56 inches or thereabout. You hardly find one that is 60 or more. So always take your measurement, especially when you know that always measure the lace you're buying, especially when you know that your gown length is more than 60. Okay, unless you don't care about the scallop, we want to just do it anyhow. But looking at the style we have at the thumbnail, you can see that the scallop around the shoulder makes the gown to look more beautiful. Okay, I don't know if I'm making sense. So having said that, we'll go ahead and start imputing our measurements. So the measurements we need for this dress are the shoulder measurement, you need your sleeve length, you need your sleeve opening, you need the above the knee height, then the length of the sleeve. Also you need your hip measurement, okay? We don't need our bust, we don't need our waist. We need our shoulder, the length of the sleeve, sleeve opening, above the knee, hip, and the length of the dress. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my shoulder. And the shoulder I'll be working with is 16 inches. Divide by 2 will give me 8 inches. And this is 8 inches here. But because I want the neckline to go off from the shoulder, go down off from the shoulder, I'll do 8.5. So this is my 8.5 points. On that point, I'm going to place my tape and take my sleeve length. So the sleeve length I'll be working with is 16 inches. I'll go ahead and mark 16 inches here. Okay. At that point, I'm going to mark the for the shoulder slant. I'm going to go down by 2 inches and mark. Can you see? So at this point, I'm going to connect to the shoulder. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my sleeve opening measurement. For the sleeve opening, I will be doing 13 inches, 13 inches, and I will mark. Now looking at the style, you can see that the sleeve opening has a band. So for the sleeve opening, I'll be gathering this and I'll be fixing a band around it. So this is my 13 inches. Can you see from here? From the 2 inch drop down, I mark 13 inches for the sleeve opening. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark the above the knee. So for the above the knee height, I'll be working with 36 inches. So this is my 36 inches here. This is 36 inches here. So at the point of that 36 inches, I'm going to mark my hip measurement. So the hip I'm working with is 48 inches. Divide by 4 will give me 12 inches. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch east to it, plus my 1 inch seam allowance will give me 14 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 14 inches. So I'm going to be marking the 14 inches down to the hemline. So I'll mark 14 inches. 14 inches. 14. Okay. So I'm going to be measuring what I have around the shoulder and the sleeve length. So the shoulder measurement plus the sleeve length will give me 25 inches. So I'm going to be imputing 25 inches here, as in I'm going to be placing my tape. where I have my sleeve opening. That's where the sleeve opening ends. I'm going to make sure I have 25 inches. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'll mark 25 inches this way. Can you see? So I'm going to connect it to the shoulder drop down this way. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect to the above the knee. So watch what I'll be doing. Then from that above the knee, I'm going to connect straight to the hemline. Remember, we have 14 inches around the above the knee, and I mark the same 14 inches down to the hemline because I want the lower part of the dress to be penciled, just like what you're seeing on the thumbnail. So I'll go ahead and cut this now so that you can see the shape. You can see how it looks like. So I'll cut off the shoulder slants. Can you see? You can see it's very simple. So this becomes our neckline. Can you see? So I'm going to use this to cut the back because the back and the front is the same. Okay, so I'll use this and cut the back, and I'll come back and show you what to do next. So I'm done cutting the second piece, as you can see. So this is it. So anyone can be the front, anyone can be the back, the same measurements. Okay, so I want to open it up so that you can see how the dress is going to look like. So you can see our scallop. You can see where the shoulder slant started from, and this is the other side. Can you see? So this is how it's going to sit on around the shoulder. Can you see? So what I'm going to do now is to join the two pieces together. Now another thing you need to note is the side slits. You can see that the gown has two side slits. So what I'm going to do now is from the hemline, this is my hemline, I'm going to go up by 12 inches and mark, that is how much I'll be opening the gown on the two sides. Okay, so I'm going to be opening it by 12 inches. From the hemline, I'll go up by 12 inches and mark. So that's where my side opening is going to stop or start from. Okay, so I'll quickly go and join the dress, and I'll come back and show you what to do next. So I'm done sewing the gown. As you can see, this is in the shoulder area, and this is the sleeve. I've run a gather stitch around the sleeve opening, and this is the side I've already gathered. Can you see? So I've gone ahead to cut out my band. The band I cut out is 56 inches long. So the next thing I did is to fold the band into two. Take the elbow measurement, fold it into two, then take the elbow measurement, can you see? Then notch it, then close this part. You can see I've already closed this part, can you see? Then leaving the side open because I'm going to fix it around the sleeve opening. And the width of the band is 5.5. Okay, 5.5. Unfold is a 2 3/4. So yes. So I'll quickly do that, and I'll come back and show you the finished look. So this is the finished look. There's a band. This is the slits. The second slits. You can see the beautiful neckline. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next one.